Hi. So in previous class, we derived time of flight, maximum height, train equations. So in that time of flight equation, capital T is equal to 2u sin theta by g. Maximum height h is equal to u square sin square theta by 2g, and the range is equal to u square 2 sin theta into cos theta by g. These equations we derived in our previous class, and we show relation between capital T and h also. The relation between capital T and h is time of flight t is equal to root over 8h by g. Root over 8h by g. This is the relation between capital T and h. Now we derive the relation between capital R and h. Now we derive relation between range and maximum height. So we know h value u square sin square theta by 2g and r is equal to u square 2 sin theta cos theta by g. So from this equation, maximum height equation, h is equal to u square sin square theta divided by 2g, and range r is equal to u square 2 sin theta into cos theta by g. So to derive relation between them, dividing maximum height with range. Now I am dividing maximum height with range. So that is equal to u square sin square theta by 2g into, so in r is in denominator, that's why into we can write reciprocal of range, that is equal to g by u square 2 sin theta into cos theta. Okay, so from this u square get cancelled, u square get cancelled, g get cancelled, sin theta one time get cancelled, and finally we can get in numerator sin theta. In numerator sin theta we will get divided by, in denominator 2 into 2 4, sin theta one time cancel, cos theta will, so sin theta by cos theta is equal to, so that is equal to tan theta by 4 cross multiply, then we get to maximum h is equal to 4h is equal to cross multiply, then we get to 4h is equal to or tan theta. This is the relation between maximum height and range. 4h is equal to or tan theta. Suppose theta is equal to 45 degree. If theta is equal to 45 degree, so tan 45 degrees is equal to 1. Then it becomes 4h is equal to r. Okay, the range is equal to 4 times of maximum height. From this equation we can derive. Okay, so this is the relation between maximum height and h. Next, you take range equation, r is equal to u square 2 sin theta cos theta by g. So if theta is equal to 45 degree, then what happens? Theta value 45, sin 45 degrees is equal to 1 by root 2, cos 45 is equal to 1 by root 2. Theta is equal to 45 degrees. From this equation, range r is equal to sin 2 theta by g. Theta is equal to 45, you substitute, then r is equal to u square into sin 2 into 45 by g. 2 into 45 is equal to 90, u square sin 90 divided by g will come sin 90 degrees is equal to 1. So from this range r is equal to u square by g. So range becomes maximum when theta is equal to 45 degrees. When theta is equal to 45 degree, range becomes maximum. And same, if theta is equal to 45 degrees, at that time range is equal to 4 times of maximum height. This is the relation between maximum height and capital. And next, now we derive the relations among complementary angles. Okay, complementary angles. What is meant by complementary angle? You know complementary angle, sum of two angles is equal to 90 degree. Those angles are called complementary angles. Sum of two angles is equal to 90 degree. Then those are called complementary angles. So I am taking one angle is taken as theta, and the second one angle is taken as 90 minus theta. Theta 1 is taken as theta. Second angle theta 2 is taken as 90 minus theta. So for this, first from the time of flight equation, time of flight t is equal to formula 2u sin theta by g. Okay. Complementary angles. Here, two bodies are projected into space or air, making complementary angles, but both are projected at same initial velocity. Two bodies are projected into air with same initial velocity, but they are making complementary angles with horizontal. So we can derive the relation between time of flights, maximum heights, and range. So time of flight equation we know t is equal to 2u sin theta by g. From this, for first body time of flight t1 is equal to 2u sin theta by g, because theta 1 is equal to theta. For second body time of flight t2 is equal to 2u into sin 90 minus theta divided by, so that is equal to 2u sin 90 minus theta is equal to cos theta. Sin 90 minus theta is equal to cos theta, so that is equal to cos theta divided by g. So t1 is equal to 2u sin theta by g, and t2 is equal to 2u cos theta by g. So if t1 is divided to t2, if t1 is divided to t2, t1 by t2, that is equal to 2u sin theta by g into t2 reciprocal. So g by 2u cos theta, g by 2u cos theta. So 2u g get cancelled. t1 by t2 is equal to tan theta we will get. This is one relation between time of flights. And similarly, if you multiply time of flights of two bodies, t1 into t2, that is equal to, t1 is equal to 2u sin theta by g, 2u sin theta by g into 2u cos theta by g. So this we can write like this, that is equal to 2 into u square 2 sin theta cos theta by g. G into g we can write g into g only. So if you observe, instead of this term u square 2 sin theta cos theta, u square into 2 sin theta cos theta by g, this is equal to range. from this we can write the product of time of flights T1 T2 is equal to 2 into R by G will come. From this the product of time of flight is directly proportional to range. From this we can derive the product of time of flights is directly proportional to range of the projectile, and T1 into T1 T2 is equal to 2R by G. So these are the relation between time of flights for two different projectiles thrown with the same initial velocity and different angles. The angles must be complementary. Okay, then only these relations are true. And similarly, derive the relation between maximum heights. You know maximum height equation. H is equal to u square sin square theta by 2g. So for first body, maximum height h1 is equal to u square sin square theta by 2g for first body. For second body, maximum height h2 is equal to u square sin of 90 minus theta whole square divided by 2g. We know sin 90 minus theta is equal to cos theta. From this we can write u square into cos square theta by 2g. h2 is equal to, we get u square cos square theta by 2g. Now divide h1 with h2 and similarly adding both the equations also. So suppose if we add h1 and h2, then h1 plus h2 is equal to h1 value u square sin square theta by 2g plus h2 is equal to u square cos square theta by 2g. Okay, right? So from these two terms you take u square by 2g comma u square by 2g comma, then you get u square by 2g into sin square theta plus cos square theta. Sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So from this we can write h1 plus h2 is equal to h1 plus h2 is equal to u square by 2g. Okay, this is one relation between two maximum heights. And next, if you multiply two maximum heights, multiply, then you get h1 into h2 is equal to h1 into h2 is equal to h1 is equal to u square sin square theta by 2g. h2 is equal to u square cos square theta by 2g. Suppose this equation you multiply with 4 and divide it to 4, then we will get to 4 u power 4 sin square theta into cos square theta divided by 4 into 2 2s are 4, g into g is the multiplied. Okay. So this equation we write like this. Same equation we can write h1 into h2 is equal to 4 is there. So can I write like this? This equation u square into 2 sin theta into cos theta by g whole square, because u square whole square is there, u power 4 is there, write it as 2 square. Sin theta, sin square theta is write as sin theta whole square. Cos theta, write it as cos theta whole square. Divided by g square is there, g whole square. So then we get h1 into h2 is equal to u square 2 sin theta cos theta whole by g whole square. So here remaining term is 4 4 is equal to 16. So the 16 is right outside the bracket. So that is equal to 1 by 16 will come. So from this equation is equal to range. This term is equal to. Then we can write h1 into h2 is equal to r square by 16 will come. From this range r is equal to r square is equal to 16 into h1 h2. From this range r is equal to 4 into under root of h1 h2. This is the relation between heights h1 and h2, adding and multiplying. Suppose if you divide h1 and h2, then you will get division. h1 by h2 is equal to, if you divide u square 2g get cancelled, then we can write h1 by h2 is equal to h1 by h2 is equal to sin square theta by cos square theta, that is equal to tan square theta, or we can write tan theta is equal to under root of h1 by h2. Tan theta is equal to h1 by h2. Okay. So like we can derive the relationship between maximum heights h1 and h2, adding. In previous condition we derived time of heights. Next derive range. You know range equation r is equal to u square sin 2 theta by g. Range r is equal to u square sin 2 theta by g. From this range of the first body r1 is equal to u square into sin 2 theta by g. And the range of the second body R2 is equal to u square into sin 2 into 90 minus theta by g. Okay. Sin 90 minus theta, 2 into 90 minus theta, if you multiply u square into sin 180 minus 2 theta divided by g. So from that R2 is equal to sin 180 minus theta is equal to, sir, sin 180 minus theta beginning in second coordinate. In second coordinate sin is positive. Even multiples of 90, again same function will repeat. So sin 180 minus 2 theta is equal to sin 2 theta only. So that is equal to sin 2 theta divided by g. So from these two equations, if you observe R1 and R2, R1 is equal to u square sin 2 theta by g, and R2 is also equal to u square sin 2 theta by g. So from this we can conclude that range is same for complementary angles. If two bodies are projected with same initial velocity, but complementary angles, they projected with complementary angles, then range is same for two bodies. That means suppose one body is projected with 30 degrees and another body is projected with 60 degrees. In both conditions range is same. But what about maximum heights? Maximum height is different for different bodies. So maximum height equation h is equal to u square sin square theta by 2g. So that means maximum height value depends on theta. Theta value increases, sin theta is also increases. Out of 30 degree and 60 degree, second one having more angle. Sin 60 degree is having more. That's why for second body height is also more. So I am drawing diagram. Two bodies are projected with same initial velocity, but one is projected at 30 degree and another one is with 60 degree. So the body which is projected with 30 degree, 30 degrees body moves like this. But what about 60 degrees body? This is projected with an angle 30 degrees. Another body projected with 60 degrees, it will reaches like this and falls on the same point. Second body, this body is projected at an angle of 60 degree. Second body projected. So here vertical sin theta value more. That's why it reaches more height. So this is h1 and this one is taken as a h2. Like ring is shape for complementary angles. Ring is maximum when theta is equal to 45 degree. So by throwing a javelin throw, so they must project it with 45 degrees, then they can throw more distance. Similarly, by jumping a man, if he jumps at 45 degrees with the horizontal, he can reach maximum distance. We can derive relations. Okay. Next. Sir, from the trajectory equation. So trajectory equation we know. What is the trajectory equation? Y is equal to tan theta into x minus g by 2u square cos square theta into x square. So from this equation, take tan theta into x common. You take tan theta into x common, then you get y is equal to tan theta into x. In bracket we can write 1 minus g by 2 u square cos square theta into x square into 1 by tan theta into x we can write. Why? Because we take common tan theta into x. That's why denominator tan theta into x will come. Here x one time get cancelled. So then y is equal to tan theta into x 1 minus g by 2u square cos square theta into 1 by tan theta is there. So tan theta we can write sin theta by cos theta. Then it write cos theta by sin theta into x will come. So here cos square theta is there, here cos theta is there. Cos square theta, cos theta will get cancelled and rearrange like this. Tan theta into x 1 minus, we can write like this, x divided by 2u square cos theta into sin theta by g. Okay. So then instead of this term 2u square cos theta into sin theta by g, so 2u square sin theta into cos theta by g is equal to, we can write range. So from that we can write tan theta is equal to tan theta into x into 1 minus x by r. So this is the trajectory equation in terms of range. Okay, this is trajectory equation in terms of range. Like we can derive different equations in projectile motion. And next, in exams or generally we will ask questions like this: what is the angle between velocity and acceleration in projectile motion? velocity and acceleration relation. So if you observe the velocity accelerations, so a projectile is projected with initial velocity u, making an angle theta with horizontal. So to get the velocity direction, u draw tangent gives the direction of velocity at that point. So this point is called point of projection. At the point of projection, acceleration due to gravity acting vertically downward direction and velocity making certain angle with horizontal. So at point O, the angle between velocity vector and acceleration is 90 plus theta. At this point, angle between velocity vector and acceleration is equal to 90 plus theta. So after reaching maximum height, at the maximum height, vertical component velocity becomes 0, having only horizontal component. That horizontal component is equal to u cos theta. In this case, acceleration is acting vertically downward direction. If you observe here, angle between velocity and acceleration is 90 degree. So this point is taken as the maximum height point. So I denoted it point A. So at point A, this is point O. Here angle is equal to 90 degree. And similarly, with what angle it is projected, it reaches the horizontal plane with same velocity and same angle if you neglect the angle distance. So already I told you one-dimensional motion. From one-dimensional motion or two-dimensional motion, we are neglecting the angle distance. That's why this body reaches the same horizontal plane with same velocity with what we projected. Okay. This u value and this final value both are same. And this velocity vector making same angle theta with horizontal. If you observe, here acceleration due to gravity acting vertically downward direction. Okay. So at this point B or just touches the ground. So angle between velocity vector and acceleration due to gravity is 90 minus theta. So that means angle between velocity and acceleration from origin to maximum height decreases, from maximum height to again point B decreases. So this value changes from 90 plus theta to 90 minus theta. Right? We can find the acceleration direction. So at any point, this projectile having two velocities, one is along vertical direction, one is along the horizontal direction. Up to time of ascent or maximum height, in time of ascent or maximum height, in time of ascent or up to maximum height, what happens? Vertical component velocity gradually decreases and finally becomes 0. Again from in time of descent, again vertical component velocity gradually increases but reverses its direction. Okay, at this point, this is the direction of velocities Vy and Vx. At this point, this is the Vy and this is the Vx. That means velocity, horizontal component of velocity is constant throughout projectile motion, but vertical component velocity decreases up to maximum height, or vertical component velocity decreases in time of ascent, and again in time of descent vertical component velocity increases but in a reverse direction reverses. These are the some points, and in the next class you can explain further. Okay, thank you.